Welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today we're diving deep into Apple stock, Apple, and exploring the news and the chart data to see what we can learn about where it might be headed. The buzz surrounding Apple today is mainly centered around the upcoming release of the iPhone 16, scheduled for Friday, September 20th. Some analysts are excited about the potential for this new phone to drive Apple stock higher, particularly with the introduction of new cameras and compatibility with Apple's AI software. However, there are also concerns about whether the iPhone 16 launch will be enough to overcome the recent challenges Apple has been facing. Apple stock has been struggling to bounce back from its 50-day moving average, and some analysts see a bearish signal on the horizon. There's also the issue of Apple being under pressure from the European Union to open its iPhone and iPad operating systems to rival technologies, potentially facing fines for antitrust violations. Overall, the news surrounding Apple is a bit mixed, with both positive and negative factors at play. Now, let's look at the charts and see if they can shed more light on Apple's current trajectory. If we look at the daily chart, we see a clear downtrend in Apple stock over the past few weeks. The price has been steadily declining since hitting a high of around 235 in early July. The recent sell-off coincides with the news about Apple struggling to bounce back from its 50-day moving average. We can also see a clear support level around 215, where the price has bounced off multiple times. On the other hand, resistance has been pretty strong around the 225 to 230 range. The price has tried to break through this resistance multiple times, but has been unable to sustain gains. This suggests that sellers are still in control and are likely to push the price back down if it attempts to break above the 225 to 230 resistance. Now, let's zoom in and take a closer look at the recent price action on the hourly chart. The hourly chart shows that Apple stock has been consolidating over the past few days. We can see a range-bound pattern, with the price fluctuating between 220 and 225. This consolidation could be a sign of indecision in the market, with buyers and sellers battling for control. It's also possible that this consolidation is just a temporary pause before a breakout in either direction. If we look at the last few hours, we can see a slight bullish bias, with the price pushing up towards the 225 resistance. However, it's important to note that volume has been relatively low during this move. This suggests that the buyers are not yet strong enough to push the price through the resistance. If we see a break above 225 with higher volume, it could signal a bullish breakout. On the other hand, a break below 220 with higher volume would suggest a bearish breakdown. Let's switch gears to the 15-minute chart and see if we can find any more clues about the near-term direction of Apple stock. The 15-minute chart reveals some interesting patterns, but there's a lot of volatility here, so we have to be careful. We can see that Apple stock has been moving in a series of smaller swings, with the price moving up and down in a relatively tight range. It seems like a lot of back and forth, but it could mean that there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. The price has been hovering just below the 220 resistance. We can also see a potential support level around 215. If the price breaks above 220 with higher volume, it could signal a short-term bullish breakout. However, if the price falls below 215 with higher volume, it would suggest a bearish breakdown. This type of volatility makes it crucial to keep a close eye on the price action and volume. Let's recap the key price levels to watch out for in Apple. We have a potential support level around 215, and resistance is strong around 225 to 230. On the hourly chart, we see a potential breakout above 225, but we need to see higher volume to confirm a bullish breakout. On the other hand, a break below 220 with higher volume would suggest a bearish breakdown. On the 15-minute chart, we have a potential support level around 215 and resistance around 220. A break above 220 with higher volume could signal a short-term bullish breakout. However, a break below 215 with higher volume would suggest a bearish breakdown. Overall, the current market sentiment around Apple is mixed, with both bullish and bearish factors at play. The release of the iPhone 16 could be a positive catalyst for the stock, but the recent trend has been bearish. The chart suggests that Apple stock is currently consolidating, but a breakout in either direction is possible. It's crucial to watch the price action and volume closely to determine the direction of the market. A break above the resistance level with higher volume would reinforce the bullish outlook, while a break below the support level with higher volume would solidify the bearish outlook. Remember, this is just an analysis, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.